I want to start off by giving all praises into Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Makar, Salak Yahweh, Bashem Shai, Bashem Makar Kodash, Barakatham. Give double honor to our apostles / elders, which are GMS. The blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth with sincerity. Now, this lesson I wanted to go over is meditation, and the proper use of it. The scriptures. We're gonna get straight into the scriptures. Not too much ranting and raving going on. So we're gonna start off in the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 6, because always relate to Psalms that it tells you to what? Meditate upon the Lord day and night, which is to think upon, which also goes back to praying. Okay. In Matthew 6 and 6 it says, "But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth thee in secret shall reward thee openly. But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. Be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye need of, have need of, before you ask them." And then it goes into the Our Father prayer, of course, right? So with that being said, the point is, we do a lot of praying, but it's also that secret place is very important. Like it says, don't be on the corners being seen. You know what I'm saying? Don't be praying long. Your prayer is a solemn situation. You know what I'm saying? You don't sit down with a genie, for lack of better words. The Most High is not a genie, but you don't sit down with a genie and just talk all day. You get straight to the point. You don't sit down at the bank. You don't sit down at a job interview or any place of importance and just talk. You don't sit down and the point is I want to get to is that you don't sit at a job interview in a lobby and have a job interview where it's all kind of people that can pass by, join in on a conversation, things like that. You close the door and it's a private meeting. So, you got these churches that like to get in them big circles and, oh Lord, you know what I'm saying, and do all that huffing and puffing, you know what I'm saying, when in all actuality, it should be solemn. It should be just you and the Most High talking about the situation. Now, there's a unison in prayer where you would link up in such as the walls of Jericho, which is similar to a prayer, meditating, just crying unto the Lord. All our prayers and supplications, you know what I'm saying, can be in unison at a point, such as us being on the highways, prophesying the downfall of Babylon, we salute out, that is a prayer to the Most High. Or when we do our Shabbat service, that is a unison of prayer, being like-minded. But when, as a personal endeavor, your prayers should be with you and the Most High alone. It shouldn't be publicized for the world to see, and for me personally, I picked this location, as you see, I'm on a rooftop right now, on a Shaddai, and this is like an isolated area, an area where, you can be by yourself type of deal, right? Let the camera focus, so if it decides to focus, you know what I'm saying? So I'm getting to some more scriptures, Lord's will. All right, I want to get into the same book, in chapter 14. All right, chapter 14, verse 23. It says, "And when he being Yahushua had sent the multitude away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone." You know what I'm saying? And there's many accounts where he separated himself from the disciples or a specific disciple or the multitude specific disciples or the multitude, because he had James, I believe it's James and Peter with him. You know what I'm saying? Or James and John. I get them mixed up. Salakia for brutalizing that. You know, especially when the brother just went over the transfiguration lesson. But on the point is that the Lord oftentimes separated himself for meditation. He often separated himself to pray. He went to his closet. You know, now that closet is not a literal closet. It's a place of isolation. The main place of isolation is your mind. You know what I'm saying? You know, you could pray internally. That's the main isolation. You know, other isolations is such as this area where you get your peace and quiet. You know, you separate yourself from certain environments. You know, and because other people can set off certain vibrations and energies and fuck with your spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? So you have to pray internally. You can't pray outward because they can discourage it. They can attack it. You know what I'm saying? And also being in places like this when it's time to make your next move your best move. You know. So we're gonna get into this last precept, and we're gonna go into the book of Sirach. Um, Ecclesiasticus 37 and 13. It says, "And let the counsel of thy own heart stand, for there is no man more faithful unto thee than it." You know, because it's talk. You know, in this particular chapter goes into counsel and getting good advice and receiving good advice, right? So it says, "And let the counsel of thy own heart, which is your own mind, stand, for there is no man more faithful unto thee than it." All right, for a man's mind is sometimes wont to tell him more than seven watchmen that sit above an high tower. And above all this, pray to the Most High that he will direct thy way in truth. Let reason go before every enterprise and counsel before every action. Now, this particular chapter tells you to do what? Don't go with a seller about buying and things like that. Don't go to the wrong people for counsel, you know. And then it tells you, hey, be continuously with a godly man. And it says, above all this, you know, you know yourself. You know what's the true depth of a situation is. You know, counsel is very good, but sometimes brothers don't know everything that's internal within you that you have the capability of doing. So between you and the Most High, above, pray to the Most High, you know, and trusting yourself. You know what I'm saying? But again, you have Akim there for you that need to be utilized also. You know, but my point in this lesson is that, you know, isolating yourself for prayer, not isolating yourself, period, but isolating yourself for prayer so you can get one with the Most High. That's why when you fast, you don't tell nobody. You know, it's a personal thing. This is a personal meeting, you know, for lack of better words. So we isolate ourselves, and it puts us in a place of tranquility, and it's just you and the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Such as this area, you know, I'm here just overlooking the city, quiet, you know, and you know, me doing the work that I do is normally just me. And a lot of scriptures flow through my head, a lot of thought processes, a lot of things like that, you know, and a lot of meditation comes when you're isolated like this. You know what I'm saying? But again, the isolation it's a balance. You know what I'm saying? You should isolate little to none. You know what I'm saying? That should not be a thing that you go to for you. You know, isolation is needed for a place of peace, but the brotherhood and the ministry is the best thing since sliced bread. You know, so I just wanted to put this lesson out there. You know, hopefully you brothers were edified through the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Al Shai. I want to say call halal to Yahweh Shemi Al Shai by Shem Rakakadash. Salaki Yahweh Shemi Al Shai by Shem Rakakadash. Barakatham. Akim. Shalom.